the second divisional matchup between these two teams in 3 weeks. Week 14, Seahawks Cardinals, and Abe Lucas going to be out there for this one. Abe, you obviously started the season on PUP, finally able to get back out there. Both of my co-hosts have been NFL players who have dealt with injuries, and they've talked about how it takes a second to kind of trust it. Have you gotten to trust yourself and trust your body yet? You still working through it?
I think it's a process like anything that, like you said, kind of readjusting and coming back. I mean, I was out for almost a year, so, I mean, it's a slow climb, but it is a climb, so it does get better just week to week.
We talked to you right after the game against San Francisco, and you're like, "Hi, I'm Abe. I'm really sore." But, you said that there were some things that you could do to try to minimize that soreness because, like, playing football, it's hard to dedicate and get ready for that. But what are some of the things that you've done to get yourself in playing shape?
I mean, I just try to stay consistent with off-season, like rehabbing, in-season rehabbing, lifting, running, that sort of thing. I mean, it's a lot of work, don't get me wrong, but and there's a lot of pieces that go into it, but as long as I stay on top of it, like I feel decent. I don't know if you can ever really feel 100% playing,
right?
Regardless of how long you've been out, but it does make it more manageable.
Once you start playing football, you're never 100%.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Right. Man, it's been a journey. I remember training camp, watching you do your thing and grind and stuff, and every week we're like, when is Abe coming back? When is Abe coming back? So then you finally get out there. I mean, what was it like mentally for you? Because, I've had injuries where I've had to work 6, 7, 8 weeks to get back in and then trust my body. But mentally, what was that like for you to finally get out there and just play some ball?
I mean, it was great. The whole injury process was it was pretty tame for me. I wasn't like busting it. I mean, I was obviously wanting to play, but like I wasn't getting too in my head about anything because I knew how long it was going to take and it was going to be a longer thing. So I was just trying to, mentally prep. And then, when we got back out there, it was just like let it loose as much as you can with, the limited reps that I had up until that point. Not having a fall camp or OTAs or anything certainly sucks, but I was able to do, I think, pretty well.
There are some things that when you never play, you just truly never understand. And so what I've always wondered is if when you get into a short yardage situation or a goal to go situation, does it really feel different and play different deep in the red zone?
Yes.
What changes?
Well, I mean, it's like the last sort of line of defense. Everything's kind of closer and more tight-knit. And, typically you're trying to run it in. And so everybody's, up on the line of scrimmage in the box. And it really is, I mean, there's a technique battle, of course, but guys are just kind of coming off trying to knock you back and all that. So it's a little bit different than the open field.
We talked to Derek Hall yesterday and just the phenomenon of playing a game against a team 2 out of the 3 weeks. It's so close together and everything. One of the things he said is, and I thought rang true, is that, they're going to go back to who they are, right? I mean, there's going to be some things different, right?
Sure.
But, for the most part, like by the first quarter, second quarter, they're going to be what they've been doing all year, right? Mm-hmm. Is that kind of the cat and mouse game? I mean, is that kind of what you're looking at when you look at film and study the Cardinals for the second time?
I mean, yes, I guess. I mean, I just kind of look at like the game they just played versus Minnesota. I mean, look at the things that they were successful against us, and I imagine they would go back to doing a lot of that sort of thing. I mean, of course, like you said, there's going to be wrinkles and such, but there's going to be wrinkles and such for us too. We're not changing the entire game plan. We're going to be who we are as well. It just, it's a matter of adjustments, when the time comes.
You played a lot of football in your just football career from now and all the way down to youth. And in football, it changes, but it doesn't at the same time. Like I can go to a different offense as a receiver, and orange might be something different, but I can relate it to a concept that I used to do. So you coming in, playing under Ryan Grubb's offense for the first time, how quick did you kind of just pick up on everything, and what kind of learner are you? Because I was the type where I needed to see it on paper first, and then I needed to go out and walk through it just to make all the connections. Like, how was that process for you?
Yeah, so I'm definitely a reps guy like that, so I like to get like the walkthrough stuff and everything. But when I was in here for meetings, like way back when and wherever we met, like May or whatever, I made a stack of note cards of the entire offense, so I would just look through that like 3-4 times every single day. And it was like a memorization thing. So just so that when I came back, I wasn't just learning it for the first time. Right. And that really helped because I kind of just memorized everything and then was putting myself, I guess, in the shoes and like watching them run the plays and be like, okay, that's what I do there. You know, footwork, hand placement, all that.
Much trash talk between you and Grubb at all?
Not particularly.
No, not really. Both on the same team now, so never quite played each other. So it worked out. But happy to hear that, and obviously congratulations, you guys in first place. A lot of momentum heading into Glendale, where you get to play in some warm weather. You know, it's a dome, still nice. Thank you so much for joining us, Abe. We appreciate your time. All right, you guys, rookie Tyrese Knight joining us.